Okay, so this is a diary, an open diary post, okay? I have noticed recently that I've been focused on myself, and I think I thrive when I focus on myself. There's been times in the past where I could like hyper focus on other people, what other people are doing to me, and what other people are doing in their own lives. And that's caused me to like not be on top of my game, like not be on top of myself. And I think that's problematic. Like, I think that we should always be focused on ourselves, and we should constantly ask ourselves, why are we worried about other people? I think that it can be used as a distraction from yourself. Like, whenever you jump outside of yourself and into someone else's skin, really, why are you there? Why are you there? Like, because, we can judge people all day, but we're not them. So we don't have their same perceptions, of reality, and we don't know what they've been through, what they've gone through, and what steps they have to take. We're not God, right? So if we're not the creator of the universe, then how can we judge someone for the actions that they are taking? I think it's very easy to focus on other people, and I think that's by design. It's very easy to judge someone else because they're doing things that you wouldn't necessarily do. It's very easy to criticize someone for the actions that they are or are not taking, either to you, for you, about you, or about someone else. It's very easy to do those things. It's harder though to actually have conversations with those people, right? Like, if you are actually affected by someone, then you need to talk to them. Okay? You can't just make a criticism about them or judge them and then think that you know everything, because you don't, because you haven't even had the opportunity for them to respond and give their input on the situation. So for me, I've been in a season of trying to just focus on myself and not allowing myself to be distracted by other people's actions. Other people's actions hurt. Don't get me wrong. They hurt. They can hurt. They can be offensive. You can take it personally. But 9 times out of 10, once you really think about it, it has nothing to do with you. Okay? Case in point, I feel like everyone has people in their lives that have insecurities, because we all have insecurities, and we're all not at the point where we can fully see ourselves. And honestly, no one's ever at that point. We can only see ourselves from a past perspective or a past viewpoint. So right in this moment, I can't really see myself, right? But in about an hour or two, if I'm mindful, if I start analyzing, the past, I'll be able to see myself in the past. But in the present moment, I can't see myself because I'm in the present moment. And oftentimes people can't really come to terms with their decisions and why they made them until after the fact, unless they are extremely intentional about that said choice. But, people make thousands of choices per day. So that's a lot to be intentional over. So my point is, no one can ever truly be all-knowing about themselves. And with that being said, people all have insecurities, and sometimes we make decisions based off of our insecurities, right? And you might have a friend that keeps making decisions based off of their insecurities, but it's not your problem. Like, it has nothing to do with you. Like, yes, you have a right to be annoyed, frustrated, hurt, offended. Like you have the right to everything, because your feelings are valid, because they keep treating you a certain way because for no reason, right? Or seemingly so, but it's really because of their own insecurities, right? So once you have that knowledge, ask yourself, is it now worth it for you to feel hurt, upset, defeated, annoyed, frustrated, confused with that person. Is it worth it? Is it worth it for you to be in a more negative state than positive? No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I try not to let other people's actions towards me bother me anymore. And that's a work in progress, but it's definitely something that would be beneficial for me now and moving forward. It's just not worth it for me to really spin my wheels on why someone is treating me this way. And I think it took me quite a while to get here, but I'm here now, and it feels good. It feels good. It feels like I don't have to worry about why someone's treating me different. I don't have to worry about why someone gave me that look, why someone feels the need to talk to me a certain way. What I do know is that I have control over my own actions. So I can control how much access I give to people, right? So if I keep dealing with a person that is treating me a certain way, not for anything that I did, but because of what they have going on, then I can see if it's even worth it for me to have them in my life. Is it worth it? Is it worth it for me? And that's probably something that can be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. But yeah. Or it could be worth it in some ways, but not worth it in others. So you create distance, right? Create distance between you and that other person. But overall, I think that I don't have to let it stress me out or bother me, or I don't have to feel a certain type of way about it, because at the end of the day, I know that it's their problem. It's not my problem. You're treating me this way because you feel some type of way. I don't feel any type of way. It's best for me to continue to be on a high vibration. It's best for me to continue to vibe high in this situation, because if I don't, then I'm letting you bring me down. And we not having that. One thing too that I wanted to add to this conversation is the progress that I've seen since focusing on myself. Like, I used to have a lot of expectations of other people. I used to really give my power away to other people, like, quite frequently, whenever, they didn't meet my made up expectations in my mind. And that could be romantic, platonic, even with family. And, since being in therapy, shout out to my therapist, she's helped me realize that I have all of these expectations, and why do I have all these expectations, and what's the point? And what I've realized for myself is that it's no point. It literally just helps me move further away from myself. By focusing so much on them, I don't have to focus on my own life. And since that has kind of been like a major theme in therapy for me, and since starting therapy, on a more consistent basis in 2022, I've started skating. I got my first client for social media management. I have traveled more. I have more money in my savings account. When you, like, the list goes on and on now that I think about it. But when you constantly focus on other people, what other people are doing to you, what other people are doing in their own lives, placing judgments on other people, you are trying to make yourself feel better, about yourself, essentially. Like, you're like, look at that girl, why is she doing that? Or, I don't know why. She always does this, blah, 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 blah. Like, you're literally making yourself, feel better. But your thoughts aren't necessarily true. So not only are you distracting yourself from yourself, you're trying to make it seem like everything with you is good. Sweetheart, no, it's not. Sweetheart, no, it's not. Like, not everything with you is good either. It might not be the same as this other person that you're judging, but is it really that far off? let's be so for real. Is it really that far off? So when you place these judgments on others to try to make yourself feel better, because I think that's what's subconsciously happening. You want to feel better, you want to feel like you're better than someone else. When you do that, it's causing you not to put in the work in your own life. It's not causing you to progress. It's actually halting your own progression. Like, did you hear me? When I stopped focusing on other people so much, my savings account grew. I started traveling more. I started skating. I love skating. Actually, I don't even know. This sounds so dramatic. I don't even know who I was before skating. That's how much I love skating. That's how much I skate. That's how often I skate. All this time, okay? All this time, I was going to the club, distracting myself with guys, distracting myself with judging other people's actions, and I could have been skating. And in skating, I'm in my own world. I'm doing my own thing. I'm chilling, like, this is something that I'm extremely passionate about. And it's something that I've always asked God for. Like, I always, wonder what my passion would be. Like, what is it that I'm so obsessed with that I just love? And I love seeing other people have those things for themselves. Like, I love seeing people who are so into music, that they're rappers, they're artists, they can talk about music all day. That's how I feel about skating. And I was asking God why I didn't have that. Like, other people have these passions and I don't. Where is mine? And I realized that it was waiting for me all along. And all I had to do was finally focus on myself, finally turn my eyes to me, to Leah, not everyone else, not the external anything. Not the external anything, okay? Like, not the external validation, not the external environment, not other people. The focus needed to be on myself. And a lot of people now, like, they call me unbothered. They say I glow. They say, all these amazing things about me. And it's hard to actually, like, believe that, but I do believe it. And the reason why I look so unbothered, the reason why I'm always so happy, so giddy, so bubbly, is because I'm finally putting all this attention and all this energy back into me constantly, and like letting go of expectations of other people and judgments of other people, because it's not fair to judge or criticize other people. And I'm saying that and I'm a Virgo rising and I have a Virgo moon. And if you know Virgos or anything about Virgos, they are extremely judgmental. So I know that I have the capability to judge people, but now I just try to do it from a place of love. Like, for the women who remind me of my past self, like, oh, I remember when I prioritized men, like, I can give grace for these people, or even for the experiences that I haven't had, because when you start, like, focusing on other people's negative experiences, that becomes your own experience. You basically eat that experience. Like, sometimes we're focused on how we don't want to be like, our parents in a specific way, like love everything about you, but I really don't like this, and I really hope I never become like this, right? So when we hyper focus on that one thing, you actually become that thing. So whatever you pay attention to is what you become, right? So you should pay attention to the things that you like and admire. You should pay attention to yourself and things that you like about yourself. You should pay attention to the things that spark joy out of you, because that is intuitively the way that you're supposed to go in life anyway. So that was long, but I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself since focusing on myself, and I only want to continue to focus on myself going forward. And I don't care how selfish that sounds. And the flip side of this too is that once my cup is full, I can now help other people fill their own cups. I can now, like, show people through my actions. I don't even have to say much. Like, through my own actions, that they should focus on filling their own cup. So it has this, like, domino effect whenever you prioritize yourself. You help other people around you prioritize themselves if they're open to it and if they're ready for it. But yeah, that's my open diary. Let me know if you want me to start implementing more of these. I do, I think I have one other one on my channel. But I do like doing them because I'm just like flowy and I don't have any notes for this and I'm just spitballing how I feel. So let me know. All right, guys.